Morena, happy Friday! Yay! Ko ai au he uri au no tūpare toa ngai te rangi Ngāti Kahununu me Tainui hoki. Ko mai as Whatanat Gardener ahau, he pai here tauira au, kei te whare wānanga o Waikato, kei te raupapa ki konei. Morena everyone, my name is Maya Swathanat Gardner. I am the Māori Student Engagement Coordinator here at Te Raupapa, here at the Management School, and what I do is I support all of our tauira, but particularly our Māori and Pacific, and what that looks like is supporting our Whitiki tauira, our Māori student mentors. So we have 4 Whitiki tauira at Te Raupapa, and we are all based down at MEC, just down the corridor, turn left. I sit behind the front desk, and our whitiki have a tari, an office next to the bookable rooms. Our whitiki, we have 4. They are in the 2nd and 3rd year of studying, and they all have weekly. So Monday to Friday, they have some tari, some office hours, just down by MEC. Come, pop in and see them if you need any support with anything. They can particularly help with any class paper advice. They've done all of the core papers. They've been where you are, so they can provide support with assignments and classes and things like that, and support with pastoral guidance. We also host some pretty fun kaupapa, some pretty fun events. We have one in 2 weeks' time. Is this the right? Oh, yeah. Here we go. This is our first fun whakawhanaungatanga activity for the year, Tino Yo Kakahu. It's a painting event just to connect, unwind before all the craziness of assignments and tests. All painting supplies are provided and some kai as well. Just bring your piece of kakahu clothing or canvas that you want to paint on, scan the QR code to register. We also speak to industry. So last trimester we had ANZ and BNZ come in, and we just have some cool fun kaupapa that we host. We also will have Ni Marini, the Māori and Pacific Careers Consultant, be based here at Te Raupapa from Wednesday the 30th of July from 1 to 3 p.m. There'll be posters over here available, and you'll also receive an email about it. She is based there for any career support that you need, cover letters, CVs, any career tips or things like that. So that'll be on a weekly basis as well. But if you need any support with anything, come and see us at MEC down the corridor, ask for Maya, or come in and see our whitiki tauira. Their tari hours, their office hours are on the pin boards over here. So kia ora.
Okay, students, good morning. So today we are going to continue our discussion on chapter 2. We have 2 more topics. The third topic is financial institution or banks. All right, so when I think about financial institution or bank, I know it's about indirect market transaction. So bank collect the money from saver, investor, then provide the money to business or company. So here we give you 2 examples, right? So you can see commercial bank, right, collect the money from investor or saver or depositor, right? So they sell the term deposit to the investor, right, or saver. Then they provide the money to business. Here, our example, pizza restaurant. The pizza restaurant make a loan repayment, right, to commercial bank. And the other example is here, So you can see insurance company again collect the money from investor by selling the policy. Then they provide the cash to company. So company issue the debt or equity, right, to the insurance company. So the two examples is very clear. So money will move from money saver to money user, right, by financial institution. So next slide, we show you the service by financial institution. So financial institution provide a wide range of service to the business. Right? So for example, like I remember we discussed the IPO service in initial public officer, right? Initial public offering, right? So bank will provide the origination and underwriting service, right? And the bank also provide the storage service or check clearance service, right? The second service is provide funding to companies through purchase of share and the bond in finance market. Right. So here I like to highlight market. So you know the bond price and the share price will change. So later on we will discuss the risk of the bank. Right. So change in price. So you can see now we have the issue of risk. Another service is provide private company through private financing. Again, I can see the risk. So the loan to the company might go bankrupt. Then they are unable to keep their promise to do the repayment. So we have the credit risk. So in total, I want you to know bank or financial institution can make money by two ways. One, providing service. The other way, taking the risk to make a return or make money. In finance, in our class, our focus will be the second, taking the risk. So later, I will show you the risk faced by financial institution. So bank will face a lot of risk. They take risk to make money. So you can see, first risk is the credit risk. This is a definition. The possibility that borrower will fail to make either interest or principal payment in the amount at the time promised. So again, I like to use an image to show you the idea in a simple way. So bank will collect the money from saver and provide the money to business or borrower, right? So borrower need to make a repayment, right, to the bank. However, here you can see the credit risk. So borrower might fail to keep their promise. All right, for example, the borrower might go bankrupt. So you can see the issue of credit risk because from the borrower here. Second, interest rate risk. The risk of fluctuation in security price or reinvestment income caused by change in market interest rate. Okay, so again, let me use this image. So bank, not only loan, they have a trading group in the bank. Trading group in the bank can buy or sell the security, I mean, bond or share in the market. And we know bond price or share price is not a constant. The triangle means change. Change in price due to change in R. R is interest rate. So interest rate is not a constant. And the change in interest rate will cause change in share price and the bond price. For example, now we concern the OCR rate, all right, official cash rate, right? So change in interest rate will cause the change in share price or bond price. This is interest rate risk, okay? Next, liquidity risk is the risk that a financial institution will be unable to generate sufficient cash inflow to meet required cash outflow. So again, let me use the image to explain the idea in a simple way. So bank will collect the money from saver, provide the money to the borrower. Then I can see a mismatch between short term and the long term. I mean, loan to borrower normally is long term, right? For example, I borrow money from bank, my house, home loan, 20 years. However, when bank collect the money from saver, it's a short term. I mean, saver can withdraw the money anytime, right? So you can see the mismatch between short term and the long term. This is the reason for liquidity risk. So bank might have no sufficient cash flow to meet the required cash outflow by saver. Right. Okay, this is liquidity risk. Next, foreign exchange risk. The fluctuation in earning or value of the financial instrument that arise from change in exchange rate. So this is my way to remember this risk. So financial institution might invest the money in foreign bond or foreign share. They not only invest the money in the New Zealand market, they might invest the money in the United States. Then you can see the factor or the risk change in exchange rate. So change in interest rate will cause the change in foreign bond or foreign share price, right? We have more, right? Next risk, political risk, is a risk due to New Zealand or foreign government, right? So it's a risk or loss due to government policy, right? So when I think about political risk, I'm thinking the United States President, right? Donald Trump. So I think he's an example of political risk. Or if you have business in North Korea, right? Kim Jong-un could be a big political risk because they can take over your business for no reason, right? So this is a political risk. Next, environmental risk. I think this is a new issue and an important issue in finance. It's a loss or risk due to climate change. Right? I feel this issue is very critical. All right. But here we focus on the traditional risk. So far we discussed the credit risk, right? Interest rate risk, liquidity risk. All right. We will focus on the three traditional financial risk. But you know the climate change is an issue. All right. So we just gave you the introduction, the idea. Right? We will not discuss the detail because to me it's a new issue to me. All right. Next, operational risk. So operational risk is a risk or loss due to failure or inadequacy of internal system, people, and the process. Let me give you an example to remember the operational risk in a simple way. So this is my example. So in bank, we have a trading group. So trading group in bank can buy or sell bond or share in the market, right? They buy or sell the bond and share in the market. So when we do the transaction or trading, now we do the transaction online, right? So there will be a typo. For example, when they want to buy 1 million share, they enter one more zero. 1 million become 10 million, right? So it's a mistake, right? Or you can say it's an accident. It's a operational risk. So operational risk could be due to the system, people, or process. Right? Okay, next, contingent risk. So it's about the interrelationship between institutions. So I use the image to show you the idea, like a domino. Right? So one bankruptcy will trigger another bankruptcy, right? So you can see the idea. So let me give you an example again. For example, the 2008 global financial crisis. The original problem is a housing market bubble in the United States. But you can see the problem or the crisis spread out to other countries largely and immediately. All right. Okay, so we finished the discussion on this topic. So again, let me review some key concepts for you. So financial institution or bank. When I think about bank, I know they are important for the indirect market transaction or indirect financing. Right? And bank can make money by two ways. One, providing service. Second, taking the risk. Right? So in our class, our focus will be taking the risk. And here we show you several risks faced by financial institution. Right? So credit risk, when I think about credit risk, I'm thinking the image here. Bank provide a loan to the borrower. Borrower need to make a repayment, including interest payment and the principal payment to bank. All right, but borrower might go bankrupt or default. They are unable to keep their promise. This is the reason for credit risk. Interest rate risk. So bank will invest their money in market, right? So market, the share price and the bond price. The share price and bond price might change due to change in interest rate. This is the interest rate risk. Liquidity risk. So bank collect the money from borrower, then provide the money to saver. I can see the problem. Sorry. Bank collect the money from saver and provide the money to borrower. Borrower make a repayment to the bank, right? Repayment. But the contract is long term. The contract between bank and the saver is short term, right? Then short term versus long term, the mismatch will cause liquidity risk. So for me, there are three typical, or you can say they are traditional risk faced by bank. But in addition to that, we have other risks, including foreign exchange risk, political risk, environmental risk, operational risk, and the contingent risk. Right. So we have the final topic, market efficiency. So first, we discuss what is market efficiency. Market efficiency definition. Market prices fully reflect the knowledge of expectation of all investors at a particular point in time. So again, I'd like to use my handwritten note to address this point. So all investors, when I say the all investors, that means the market or exchange will bring all investors together. So investor including buyer and the seller. So here, market efficiency, our focus is the secondary market for share. All right, secondary. So you can see on a newspaper or news program, you can see they provide information about the share market. For example, New Zealand exchange, or in the United States, we have New York exchange, right? So the exchange or the share market will bring all the investors together. The point is many participants, right? Many investors. And because we have many investors, one single investor or individual investor cannot control the price. The price is determined by the market, all the investors together, right? And the market price will reflect all the knowledge. That means all the relevant information, All right, all the relevant. Later, we will show you 3 types of information. Because of 3 types of information, we will have 3 forms of market efficiency, right? And we also discuss 3 trading strategies. And finally, I hope students understand the relation among them. So we have 3 forms of information and the 3 types of market efficiency and the 3 trading strategies. Right? So market efficiency, market price will fully reflect all relevant information, right? And we have many participants, all buyer and seller together to determine the market price. This is the market efficiency, all right? Next, so now why market efficiency is important? So if market is efficient, all security of the same risk class should be priced to offer the same expected return. So I like to highlight the 2 key words, risk and return. So market efficiency will ensure risk and the return will go together. I believe most of students, you know, high risk, high return, low risk, low return. All right. So similar risk will offer the same return. This is very important. The conclusion is important because it provides the basis for identifying the proper discount rate to use in applying the bond and the share variation model. So here I like to highlight this terminology, discount rate and the variation. So variation is a key in finance. To do the variation, we need to know the discount rate. And discount rate is our return. So let me show you my handwritten note again to explain the idea in a simple way, all right? So return is a discount rate. It's a very important variable in finance, right? So for me, return is an exchange rate. It's an exchange rate between today's money and future money. I know most of students, you know, exchange rate like a US dollar to New Zealand dollar. Yeah, it's an exchange rate. It's a foreign exchange rate. But if we consider the time, return is the exchange rate between today's money and the future money. So return is a key variable, right? We can use the return as a discount rate. Then we can determine the variation. So think about here. So in the finance, we have 2 key decisions. 1, variation of the asset or project. Second, management of the asset or project. For me, variation is the key. If we know the value, management decision is simple. We choose the higher value and reject the low value, right? To do the value, we need a return. Because asset or project will bring us the money in the future. Then we need to determine their value today, right? Their value today. So to do that, that be the variation. To do the variation, we need return. Because return is an exchange rate between future money and today's money, all right? And how we can have the return from the market? Market will give us the information about return. And in the market, return and the risk will be together. So let's use the example. I define a ratio, RR ratio, return to risk ratio. Right? If we have 2 shares, share A and share B, share A, its RR ratio is higher than B, then investor will do the adjustment. They will buy A and sell B. Then until the balance, then RR to A will down, B will up until the balance. Right. So market efficiency will measure risk and the return will go together. Right? And the return is very important because we need a return to do variation. You might ask me how to do that. We will show you the detail. In chapter 2, we just give you the concept. All right. So market efficiency is important because market efficiency ensure risk and the return will go together. And the return is our discount rate for variation. Okay, next slide. We discuss 3 forms of market efficiency, right? Strong form, semi-strong form, and weak form. So again, when I see the market efficiency, I'm thinking 3 types of information. All information, public information, and the past prices. Right? So again, let me give you my my handwritten note here. So when I think about 3 forms of market efficiency, I will know the 3 types of information. First, public information versus private information. Public information include past share price or trading volume. You can say they are market information. And financial statement, right? Including like a balance sheet and the income statement of the company, right? So in the share market, you have public information. Public information like the past share price and the trading volume. And the financial statement of the company, they are public information. In addition to public information, we have private information. Right? You know, financial manager, they have the private information of their company, right? Or accountant of the company. They know, they know something about their company. You know, they are private. Okay, so if we know the 3 types of information, then we can define 3 forms of market efficiency. Strong form efficiency. The price, the share price will reflect all the information. All the information means public information and the private information. All the information, right? The strong form. Semi-strong form, right? The share price will reflect all public information. So information available to all investors. So for me, public information including the financial statement of the company and the past share prices and the trading volume. Right? It's a semi-strong form. Finally, weak form efficiency. So the hold all information contained in the past prices of the security is reflected in the current price. That means the share price will reflect the past prices only. These are weak form. All right. So think about the 3 types of information. Strong form. Strong form means the share price will reflect all the information, including public and the private. All right. Semi-strong form, the share price reflects public information only, not private information. Right? Weak form, share price reflects the past share prices. Right? This is a weak form. Now we are going to discuss 3 trading strategies. Finally, we will combine them together. We will show you the relation between them. So 3 trading strategy. So insider trading. So they have insider information or private information, right? Here we give you the example, the insider, like a financial manager and accountant, right? They have the private information about the company. The second trading strategy is typical analysis or chartists use the chart based on the past market data, right? For example, the past stock return and the trading volume. The analysis of the historical trend of the prices. So they don't have theory. They use the trend. Like if the share price is going up, they think it will go up further. If the share price go down, the share price will go down further. Right? So it's a technical analysis. Right? They use the past market data to predict the future share price. Third, fundamental analysis is to measure the true value of the share by financial data. Right? Use the financial data to measure the true value of the share. In our class, in our paper, FINAN101, our focus will be fundamental analysis, right? And a good example for fundamental analysis is Dr. Buffett, right? He says price is what you pay, value is what you get. So in our paper or in FINAN101, what we teach you is to determine the value of the asset. That means, for example, share, the value of the share. All right. So if we know the value, the decision is simple. If the value is higher than the price, we buy. Value is lower than the price, we sell. Right. So the key is to determine the value. Fundamental analysis is to use financial data to determine the value of the share. Right. So we have 3 trading strategies. Finally, we want to link the 3 trading strategy and the 3 forms of market efficiency together. I like to use this table to show you the result in a simple way. So we have 3 forms: strong form, semi-strong form, and the weak form. 3 trading strategy: insider trading, fundamental analysis, and the technical analysis. All right. I use this symbol, the money symbol, to denote abnormal return, abnormal money. Abnormal means we can make a return or make money without the risk or with the low risk. If the market is efficiency, high return, we'll go with high risk. All right. This is normal. It's a normal return. Abnormal return means we make a return with no risk or with a lower risk. All right. So which strategy can make abnormal return? If the market efficiency is strong, no trading strategy can make abnormal return. No, even insider. Right? Because the idea is simple. Strong means the share price reflects all the information, including insider information. All right. So like again, so the share price today reflects all the information. So tomorrow is a new game. No one knows share price will go up or go down. Even insider, they don't know. All right. This is a strong form. If the market efficiency is only semi-strong, semi-strong means the share price only reflects public information, not private information, right? So insider, they can make abnormal returns if the market efficiency is only semi-strong, all right? Finally, weak. If the market efficiency is weak, that means share price only reflects the past share prices and the trading volume, right? So fundamental analysis and the insider trading can make abnormal return, right? And you might ask me, our market efficiency is weak or strong? According to research, our market efficiency is weak, all right? Therefore, fundamental analysis can make abnormal return. maybe you can say this why Dr. Buffett is so successful, because he used the fundamental analysis. All right. So this is our focus. So in our class, our focus is to discuss or teach fundamental analysis. All right. So some students might say, why we don't learn insider trading? It's illegal. It's illegal. So financial manager cannot do this way. There are some regulation. All right. If they do the insider trading, they will go to the jail. It's illegal. For example, financial manager, if they want to buy or sell the share of their company, they need to let the public know in advance. All right. If they want to sell the share of the company, they need to report to the public. Right. The regulation, we don't need to know the detail. Right. So I just want you to know, insider trading is illegal. They have to follow some regulations. Right. Okay. So we finish the discussion on the final topic. Again, I use the slide to review some key concept for you. So market efficiency, when I say the market efficiency, I think in the market, exchange market will bring all the investors together, many investors, all right, including buyer and the seller. So no one can determine the market price, right? And market efficiency will ensure return risk relation. I mean, high risk, high return, low risk, low return. And return is a key variable in finance. Return is an exchange rate between today's money and the future money. Right. And finally, we discuss 3 types of information, 3 types of market efficiency. And we show you the relation between market efficiency and trading strategy. Right. Okay, we finished today's lecture. One more thing to do before we go. Let me show you the QR code. Okay, student, please use the QR code to record your attendance. And online student, I also show the QR code with you using the share screen. So after you done, you finish the recording, please feel free to leave. And have a nice weekend. I think will be a sunny weekend. See you next week.